Here I have Porsche Panamera 4S, and let me show you how to use the Porsche Infotainment system. Let me go through all the settings, all customization, all the features that you can use on this screen. So let's start by using this screen in front of you. As you can see, this is like the standard view that you can see on your Porsche car. We are now focusing on this left bar. Here you can choose media, and as you can see, you can select a device or search for another Bluetooth device. So if you have connected some phones, you can choose one of them. If you would like to search for new one, let's just tap this search button and you will search for new phone. Let's go back. You can also choose here play, as you can see right here, to select the device which is right now in use. Alright, let's go to a phone. So of course, if you add your phone to this car, you can also use it right here. You can select the keypad and use the keypad from one of the following phones. You can also check out the contacts, calls and messages. You've got here also the navigation. The navigation system is from Porsche. As you can see here, you can use this middle button to select, for example, the map view. You can use, for example, the Google Earth. If you have the internet connection, you can check out the online traffic also from Google connection and internet connection. You can also set here, for example, the route options. And under route options, you've got, for example, fast, short, ecological, avoiding, dynamic, rerouting, or you can refer to traffic announcements. You've got also here such information as save, so you can save some routes, you can check out the location details, or you can choose here set navigations. Set navigations are navigation of your are settings of your navigation. Really useful because, for example, you can change here the map settings. As you can see right here, you can change the zoom settings. For example, it could be auto zoom, junction zoom, or intersection detail map. You've got here the smart routing options, for example, and other as well. All right, here if you would like to set some destination, let's use this loop icon and, for example, add some place that you would like to navigate. Tap start route guidance, and now you are routing to this destination. If you would like to stop it, let's just stop. You can also check out some favorite destination, traffic, and the last destination, the history of your destination. All right, let's go to drive. Really useful thing because you can here change the drive mode. Of course, you can use the normal mode, so this is like the most convenient one for daily driving. You can use the sport mode to feel this sharp and instant driving of your vehicle, or you can customize to have some individual driving experience. You can also change the chases. So right now I'm using normal. I think it's the best for the city. But if you are on some racing tour or somewhere when you can just use the flat roads without any bumps, you can choose Sport or even Sport Plus. You can also use and enable the spoiler and use the air spring height here. Let's go here to climate. So under climate, you can have three sections. One of them is air, so you can adjust the air direction. As you can see right here, you can use the center ventilation, you can use the ventilation field. You can also synchronize the temperature from the driver to passengers, and you may also open the ventilation. This is like the center ventilation settings. It could be focused or diffused ventilation, and you can also set it up for driver or passenger as well. You can also choose here comfort. This is like some automatic features from your air conditions. It could be style strong, medium or soft. Medium is the middle one. I think it's the best for me. You can also use the auto circulation, auto air circulation. I think it's quite useful because the car will detect if there's some dust or something outside the car, and it will just enable this internal circulation. And you can also use this Ecom AC as for your economic style. All right, let's go to assist. Under assist, you've got here two sections, control and set. Control is like you can, for example, disable all assistance features right here. If you are, for example, on a truck, you can just do it by using this click. But In standard mode, in standard driving, I recommend to have this enabled, and you can here just enable or disable the line keep assist or line change assist if you would like to. Here you can also get access to park assist. Let's just tap it. From park assist, you can choose here front, rear, side, panorama front or panorama rear. Quite useful. All right, let's go back. Here you can also under control find settings. So here you can adjust settings or in your parking assist, you can adjust the volume and volume while parking. You can select the line change assist brightness. It could be high or it could be medium or low. You can also change here and set the line keep assist. It could be set here the intervention time, as you can see here. So it could be early or late. It could be also the lane departure warning. It could be set it up from the off to quiet, medium or loud. And you may also here choose the LED matrix high beam assist. This is the full beam adaptation on vehicle recognition. Quite useful. I recommend to have this enabled. And speed limits. So you can activate speed limit recognition. Also quite useful. So I am using this a lot. All right, let's go back. Here, let's find and select the car. Under car, you've got here two sections. One is trip, so you can check out your last trips, your personal trip. In my case, it's trip since 7/26, trip since refueling, and here I have the drive time, distance, consumption, speed. Here you can also have the trip to destination. Here I have my range, for example. All right, and if you switch from trip to control, you've got here access to the following list of settings. Here you can choose vehicle. Under vehicle, you've got a lot of interesting things, such as locking. Under locking, you've got here features with door unlocking, comfort access, folding mirrors, lock while driving, comfort entry. I like to use almost all of them. You can also here choose light and visibility. You can adjust the interior lighting, such as fade out, brightness, and on opening doors, or you can adjust the exterior lightings. Here you've got off delay. In my case, it's 30 seconds. You can use inverted to inverted settings of dipped beam, and also here is the place when you can enable or disable the LED matrix high beam assistant. Let's go back. Here you've got also reversing, so you can automatically automatic lowering of exterior mirrors when reversing. Also quite useful, so let's keep this enabled. Let's go back. Here you can use the seat settings. You can enable the passenger seat position to adjust it, and you can here just use the driver's seat heating balance and passenger seat heating balance. As you can see, you can set it from -3 to +3. All right, let's go back. So we can also here choose tire pressure monitoring. As you can see, we can check the pressure deviation, we can set the tire selection, and choose full load or comfort pressure to get information to the car that, for example, you are fully loaded with a lot of passenger, and the computer will adjust the pressure to this information. Let's go back. Here you can also program the steering wheel button, this diamond button, as you can see. So, for example, you can add to this button function of cancel traffic announcement, or, for example, toggle map view between day and night. All right. You can also here tap chases, and under chases, you can enable snow chain mode. If you are using the chains, it's the only way that it will work just fine. Or you can also enable the car drag mode, so you can deactivate of level adaptation for using the car drag. Let's go back. You can also use the garage door opener, so you can configure those buttons to open a garage and the gate, but of course you need to have appropriate transmitter to do this, but you can customize those buttons. As you can see, those buttons are located right here. Let's go back. You can also synchronize buttons for a rolling code system, delete button assignment, or check the version information. Let's go back, and here you can also enable the Porsche Connect app, but you need to have the internet to do this. All right, let's go back. You can also set here display settings. You've got here options to set the PCM display, so this display in front of you. You can set the screen brightness, switch off display, proximity sensor, or you can disable or enable touch tone settings. You can also change the settings of the instrument cluster, also the display scope, customized view. For example, if you use the customized view, you can change the following configuration, and you can also use the screen brightness and additional display. As you can see, I'm using the analog clock, but it could be compass or digital clock. Let's go back. You can also select here system. Under system, you've got really interesting and useful features and settings that you can customize. For example, date and time. Here I highly recommend to use the automatic time synchronization, but you can change here, for example, date format. You can show the date in additional instrument, and you can enable illumination for additional instrument. You can also set the units from speed, temperature, pressure, or consumption. You can set some voice control, like short dialogue, really useful and cool thing, because your voice, your commands will be shorter and more useful. And you can also enable or disable help text. Here you can also set the language. As you can see, I'm using English, but this is the full list of available languages that I can use on this car. You can also here select the warning tones from loud, medium to quiet. And what else? There is the software update, so you can load update from the internet, from SD card, disk, or USB. You can check the version information, like the software version, hardware version, navigation database version, Grace Note version, media, phone, etc. You can also go back and adjust here and check the software information. This is the software information about this car. All right, let's go back. Here you can also perform the factory reset, so we can reset all vehicle settings and delete all personal data. So if you are selling the car, it's the best way to do this. All right, let's go to this left bar, and here you can tap apps. So if you are connected to the Porsche Connect store, you can just download some apps. You can also here tap devices to see the list of connected devices and to see the access of these devices. Here you can also use this menu to select here the Bluetooth. You can deactivate Bluetooth, check the Bluetooth name. You can check out the Wi-Fi, so you can deactivate Wi-Fi, configure Wi-Fi hotspot in PCM, search for Wi-Fi hotspot as well. You can here also delete paired device as well. Scroll down, select here sound. Under sound, you've got here few interesting things. One of them is balance, for example, so you can change the balance and fader. In my case, maybe I will center it all right here. You can also choose tone if you would like to, so you can choose the bass and treble. You can select system. Here you can enable or disable surround FM, linear FM, sound true FM, and audio pilot. I think it's quite useful, so all of those features from Bose are really amazing, so I recommend to have them enabled. You can also choose here volume, and under volume you've got a few things that you can customize. For example, the traffic announcement, navigation announcement, volume while parking, Bluetooth audio, warning signals, microphone sensitivity, ringtone volume, message tone, and mute navigation during call, and also the touch tone settings here as well you can customize it. So yeah, I think that's it. You just go through all of the following features. Maybe I will also talk about the radio. If you tap media, you can change from Bluetooth to, for example, FM. As you can see here, we've got the radio, so you can play the following radio. You can check out the favorites. As you can see here, we've got the recent played and favorites. Here you can also check out the list of radio stations that you can choose, and here you can tap tune to just manually add some radio station. If you would like to add this radio station to the favorites, let's use this button at the center, and you can, for example, choose here add station to favorites. You can also start scan to scan the most strongest signals. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and leave thumbs up.